chattering teeth, that frost-burnt skin. Looks like someone just checked Cloister off their sightseeing list.
Hey, you there! Hey, you there! I got a job that needs doing if you've got the time. It's like this. The Dullards and Orp job's a simple one. Can't rightly figure what else needs jawing about. They botched it and dropped a whole mess of them, but I only need you to lay hands on the one. Missing parts for Auntie's Choice of standard infantry boots, sizes 6 to 14. Don't stress your brain pan over it, friend. Wouldn't go messing around with them if I was you anyhow. Leave them be. Might be stuffed to the rafters with mantisaurs, and merciful law, there's no labels on the pods. Guess the faster deliveries like to be more profitable than waiting for some rube who'd make a proper mess of it. Right.
What is that? Is that a CPU? It's a gigantic model on the ground. God.
You are approaching a protectorate mission. All protectorate subjects should prepare to be questioned, searched, voice analyzed, and chronologically printed. Subjects should prepare to be shot, stabbed, blown up, eviscerated, or otherwise executed in accordance with protectorate law.
What is that?
be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado.
How can I do it?
First, it was Auntie's choice, then the Protectorate. After that, some damned cultists. I don't even know what group you hullheads belong to. Don't care either. Your motivations are relatable to me in only the vaguest abstract form, if you possess any at all.
What can I do?
Reasons Pass isn't overly far from here, you know. Did you need something? May all our...
Can we sneak? What's happened?
Standing by with life support.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. You suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Emergency protocols ready.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Consider self-preservation a priority. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
That's not who I think it is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up.
Yeah. There's no problem. What happened earlier? So weird.
Marisol, you're here. That is assuming you're not some sort of enigmatic mirage or baleful apparition. I thought I would never see you again. It's been what? 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure. Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of... I am Anais Boujold. Welcome to my backwater ramshackle abode.
Seer Anais Boujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
This unit answers to the designation Val, or Valerie, and is pleased to add you to its registry of acquaintances.
Charmed, I'm sure. So nice to see Marisol gaining such interesting friends.
3 years I've sent them packing. Corporate leeches, brainwashed drones, whatever this shoddy little bunch is now. Think any had the slightest wit how difficult it would be to pack up 20 years of research? The sheer number of journals and binders? Why the Abakai alone? No. If they did, they would realize I am here to stay. Well, not as much nowadays. Rather obvious there's nothing here. It's bereft of any strategic importance. All it offers is the promise. Yet still, every now and again, someone gets a wild hair and ups wise to come. Suspect it's simple arrogance, really. Someone shoos them off, perhaps a mite rudely, and they take umbrage, get all prideful and huffish, and so it goes. I was developing a means of sidestepping much of the presumed requirements to solve the universal equation, using filling in certain blanks. Trillions. Theoretically, it would hurry the process along so it could be solved in our lifetime, but it was unorthodox. Risky. I knew the council would judge it mathematical heresy, so I attempted to work in secret. Eventually, I was discovered, excommunicated, sent here.
Others facing similar charges were often transferred off-planet, then simply disappeared somewhere along the way.
Yes. Fortunately, someone interceded.
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order needlessly, heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command. It was a mistake.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly.
Hold on. Did you? You continued your research. On your own.
I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending. Turns out a little knowledge is. I understand how that sounds, but I've spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable. I assume all my notes and calculations were...
Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was quarantined, not disposed of. The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp. Unorthodox notion reclusion.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Poof. Winter's Grasp is crawling with Auntie's choice. A full unit just moved in. Marisol, will you... Can you
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that to me. Of course.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests. Wouldn't take long.
No, you should stay here.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Well, this has certainly been nice. Yes, should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items in here.
Yeah, can I take them all?
resorting to violence. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Mobilizing. Hostilities are afoot. Mitigating the threat. They're benumbed.
It's currently unavailable. is more to this structure than what is observed. Initiating usage of relevant idiom. Tip of the iceberg.
Back layer. Really? How did I do it? Wait, what is this weapon? Oh.
Investigating hostile and combatant scan.
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
My god. This weapon is quiet and
Proceeding to attack.
what?
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
System failure. Standing by for assistance.
Locking them down. Torpification in progress. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Combatant scan.
Okay, these creatures are so small. How do we know how to set up trap? Yeah, on these droids, just a lot of contracts.
You have my thanks. My monitoring station has already informed me that the resistor bank is up. Such good work definitely deserves a reward. That is most unfortunate, but at least his sacrifice did help improve the operations per millisecond.
You're back! Find them supplies yet? Job's a simple one. Can't rightly figure. You're back! Find them supplies yet? Merciful law, I reckon the troops will be glad to hear it. We've been itching to get the here's your pay, plus the hazard pay as agreed. Thanks again. Thanks again for bringing back those boot parts.
Don't cause any trouble.
Ah, Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, the presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right.
Yeah, you should be outside the building, welcoming me. Do you see the security outside stopping me?
The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main court. Oh, no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late. But I'm certain the rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? I'm quite sure I don't know what refugees you're referring to. I fear our conversation has drifted from its central thesis. Continuing, can I help answer any other queries for you? Belvedere Hall used to serve primarily as the garden's hub for all manner of research, instruction, and study. A beacon on the hill of progress. Since the Order's forced dispossession of Spirton and the Archive, many spaces within the hall have been which is to say, please excuse our mess. We're still remodeling. May all...
They are so weird. There's...
Is it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
You people are weird.
Yes, Commander. Yes, quite. Anais was always equally at home in the field. Joined on a few assignments. Suppose seeing the future more clearly than others can... Anyhow, I'm sure she hurt me this time. I owe her. If I got her killed whilst squaring that debt, I may all out...
She's so weird.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22 point... Interested? Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? Expand on that for me. Oh, well, you will soon regain your professional momentum, augmented by your recent period of rest and reassessment.
Okay.
Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. Come now. Don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted with, well, especially in the middle of a war, and so near active fighting. Almost.
No, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few...
I'm quite sure I don't know.
Oh, I understand. You may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information.
Yeah, I know.
I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth. Excellent question. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the calf integration point, perhaps?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew she's so weird. Even the guy outside. The people here are so weird. Oh my god. What is this? Oh.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. You might put down your proverbial hand once you hear the specifics. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. The Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan. I wonder.
Yeah.
I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough.
It'd be a lot more difficult to conduct my survey of the garden from outside the garden. It makes the mind quieter, like closing the door on a screaming crowd. It's not unpleasant. Moderate your volume, please. No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us? Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that, and I'd like to offload some of this merchandise.
Okay, what are these? Oh, I could use this. And camouflaged. Okay.
Lovely day for a coup, dear. May the plant...
What a lamentable state of affairs!
Huh? Oh. I mean, the experience. I like to think. I like to think well. I don't know how he conclude with this conclusion, but
Of affairs.
I won't think twice about applying the precise amount of force.
A second makeup exam will not be all. So I hope you studied this time, Briar. You may begin now.
Right. No pressure.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how soon is the garden in its current state? Please, try to capture your integer.
100? Sir, that's the right answer.
Smart researchers patronize scienticians' surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically determined prices.
By using a single data point from their life event list, we can assign a value to that constant, leading to a simple-to-use, simple-to-understand life prediction equation. We can use additional points to not only validate our model, but also to improve its predictive accuracy. And we can use the resulting information to every day
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
How did your hypothesis about the flowers fare?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overload.
Mind your truth table P's and Q's now.
Agent, over here. Well, this is a welcome confluence of events. Why, without you, Gertie and I wouldn't be alive. And any hope of peace would be dreadful, you know. Positively dreadful. How the peace talks were interrupted. I felt our two delegations were making real progress. While making our escape, we encountered one of the renegades of my order, wounded and dying. He sought to unburden himself. Now convinced Wiley's calculation, he told us all about that terrible DeVries woman's plan, and theorized you must have stopped her. Well, I think that's what he said. It was quite. You have mine and Gertie's utmost gratitude for intervening. Had she succeeded in assassinating us, it would have terminated any hope for peace. Officially, not at present. Gertie and I have kept up communication through back channels in the hope that the discussions can be reconvened in due time. It is my earnest belief that this is the optimal course to chart for the Order, and for Arcadia. Though we could certainly use assistance from an outside force like yourself. Life-threatening situations have a way of verifying and validating key constants. Perhaps proof our two groups. To begin, I believe you would need to put forth efforts in good faith with each of the two groups, earning the trust. Once you've worked your way up to meeting our respective leaders, you must convince them to consider joining forces. For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If that's not sufficient, perhaps some additional incentive. And if you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's choice and the Order would have untold benefits for all Arcade. Transplendent! Remember, seek out ways to help both sides, engender trust. Gertie and I can let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
up. Or I die. Yeah.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you. No, not dead. Not yet. Nor imminently, one hopes. I am merely waiting. Only whilst simultaneously attempting to repel waves of near paralyzing trepidation, as one does. What? Oh, yes, yes. Dr. Elian assures me that irregular bouts of nausea and perspiration are all acceptable. Oh, but do pardon me. I am easily digressed by a good tangent. What were we discussing? Oh, yes. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates. None taken. Oh, but now I've forgotten to introduce myself properly, haven't I? Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance?
Oh, here's the countdown.
Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review, but I can assure you, their value is commensurate with, the discovery of... Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister it, however. If you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, by my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? 4. No more, no less. Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. How do you know? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. First, answer me this. What is your interest in this matter? As much as I relish the idea of entrusting a stranger with sensitive and potentially incendiary information, perhaps, if you were to help me out with recovering those logs I asked for, I could be more amenable to sharing knowledge. If there's nothing else, I would like to return to my deep breathing exercises. Don't we all? Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask? His resignation has been duly received and accepted. Where he goes from here or what he does now is up to him. On a more positive note, the Department of Predictive Analysis's biennial summits will be far less contentious. Of course I do. That is precisely why my energy is better channeled toward the future. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable. Landon had the potential to be one of the greatest minds of our order. Is it wrong that I should mourn that lost future? Let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache and... Oh, I just got rid of the last one.
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential order personnel.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission.
Hey! Only security personnel are permitted in this booth. Leave. At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
What? I don't want to do that.
Welcome back, Agent. I trust. Look, in what manner can I assist you? If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly. No, not dead. Not yet. Nor imminently, only whilst simultaneously attempting to repel waves of near paralyzing trepidation. I feel even. Oh, but do pardon me. I am easily digressed by a good tangent. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today. Oh no. You know what they say about having too many totalizers on the same sum? Nothing gets solved. All the more reason I rely on my own math these days. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hand, but now I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels. Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude prior to the war. Such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of them. Oh no, however, by my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? Welcome back, Agent. In what manner can I assist you?
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Welcome back, Agent. In what manner can I assist you? Impossible, I'm afraid. If you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on the matter. She can tell you more. Don't we all? Welcome back. In what manner can I assist you? How do you... I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. I've already lost enough enamel to age. First, answer me this. What is your interest in this matter? As much as perhaps, if there's nothing else, I would like... Oh, yes, I'm aware. Better to know the spy in our midst than receive her... Besides, Miss Doyle's harmless, and she serves the best convictions at the parlor, bar none. Has she now? You should do as she asks. Get her that sample. This is an unparalleled opportunity to see the shape of Sub Rosa's after collecting the sample. Mix it with this liquid tracer. It'll make the drug functionally inert and allow us to track it wherever it shows up next. I did not become the Oracle Lord. Here, take this key. It will grant you access to water reconditioning, which you can find on the eastern side of the garden. You will also need this passcode for the terminal inside.
You're back. Any luck with the sample?
The highest rated old-fashioned
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the... Your reward, as promised. Aw, wondering if you'll ever... I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be best if we limited contact with one another. But who knows? The plan mystifies...
Any updates concerning our mutual, friend, caffeine celebrant Doyle? You are correct about one thing. Yes, this is disappointing news indeed. We had a real opportunity here, and you squandered it. It does make one wonder what Ruth sees in you.
Ah, it's hard. How about I just don't tell him? I just never tell him.
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved your reward, as promised. Aw, wonder... I'll remain... But who knows?
Great.
visitor. It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exempt. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. Yet, most others with aims to rule it are filled with aspirations of grandeur. Ruth is the sole individual. The corporate invaders will suck Arcadia of its resources and cast it to the wind. And the Protectorate are... Moreover, once we solve the universal equation, it will benefit all of humanity. You, me, everyone. No more suffering, no more doubt. Well, I hope there is a task of pivotal importance to the Order, but I cannot entrust it with just any as head of the Order's exemplars. It's my responsibility to assess whose aims upon Ruth may be malicious. Prove yourself to me first, then we may discuss the rest. To the point, a myriad of cult. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. From what I understand, Vicar Levin's continued existence is a mere side effect of whatever personal vendetta you happen to be at. I'm pleased he does not lie among the ranks of the dead, but I will need a more tangible effort on your part to trust you. First, the Order's artillery has long since been rendered inoperable by Protectorate attacks. Second, Newton is and third, and most importantly, that would tell me nothing of your trustworthiness. Journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth. You're results-oriented. I can understand that. Fine. Expect a tangible reward on top of the... I'll withhold my...
Forming the cultist Azza would be prudent prior to slaughtering her former associates.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission.
I don't like the Order at all.
What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my upper story.
Yeah, let's do her task first.
Combatant observed.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Proceeding to attack.
Aggressor. Combatant observed.
The paradigm
Sort of
we serve
peculiar.
supplies all we deserve.
No party shall dither, hither and yon.
completed in a logical and timely manner.
Enemy in vicinity.
They never questioned, never doubted, the seal never lagged.
Oh, I'm glad that I can lock this. Oh.
So, Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
Oh, child, I think that tram has long since cleared the station.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
Well, well, as a Helia Leitinger, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you've made it this far. In addition to your wonderful thirst for wanton violence, you were always bright, though still somehow too thoroughly deluded to apprehend the truth. But then again, you never really wanted to, did you?
Keep it up, Commander, and you'll be next on my disemboweling list. Right after I fillet Dagmar here for her...
Yes, well, can it truly even be considered betrayal if it was always...
Best turn around. Central Control's in... I've heard a great deal regarding your exploits within the Protectorate. And it is all that prevents me from summoning the Guard. Have strict orders to arrest you on sight.
I've no desire to slay you, but if you seek to prevent me from pursuing my duties, I will have no other choice.
Arbiter Rao did not report to the Consul's summons. Consequently, he is wanted for questioning. It is only our difference in rank that stays my hand from attempting arrest. Very well. I shall not sound the alarm. But you are still not permitted to enter this facility either through this...
Commander, let us speak privately on our next course of action. I did not care for that exchange at all. The idea that the Consul... Regardless, we do have alternate means of ingress. I seem to recall a number of creatures bypassing the left fence through... There's also the prisoner entrance on the right. If you're sufficiently dexterous, you may be able to bypass this.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel with a fucking It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
There? If you wish to feel better, try thinking of wanted murder.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
Well, as a Helia Leitinger, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you've made it this far. In addition to your wonderful thirst for wanton violence, though still somehow too thoroughly deluded to apprehend the truth. But then again, you never really wanted to, did you? Yes, well, can it truly even be considered betrayal if it was always lies? And Aza's willful ignorance made her the perfect candidate when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me.
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak.
How dare you! You shall pay dearly for daring to speak thus, and the Consul shall pay triple.
So what we found in the Rift Lab was true. Everything Dagmar told me was lies. Our cause isn't righteous.
And there it is. I almost felt sorry for you, Azahelia. Oh, well, such is life. But your usefulness is not yet at an end. Your death will put...
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively. What, you suddenly take issue with my methods? I can think of no reason to curtail the pleasure of my revenge. Dagmar must die. Violently. I know of no other way to act.